Yo, what is up, boys? It's Jayth. Welcome back to another episode of Road to Tier 1 Pro. Today's episode has no intro. Yeah, you're going to have to deal with that. I've just had a lot going on. I haven't had time to make a new intro. I have a new editing software. My old intro got fucked, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to be making a new intro. It's going to be clean. It's going to be back. Don't you worry. But today I'm going to be going over the solo cash cup that I played last week, being that the solo cash cup is today for when this video is posting. Hopefully you guys watch this right before you play. I'm going to be talking about kind of like keeping a good mental or just the randomness of solo cash cups, and also just more of like how to have a good first game, because that's really what I did in this cash cup. I had a really good first game, which doesn't happen a lot for me. So getting into it, I dropped Craggy, and my plan was to abuse the aliens, but unfortunately I got mine shot off during the first fight. I was able to leave Craggy with 3 kills, which is pretty good, but I didn't key too hard anywhere else along the map. I kind of just waited for kills to come to me. Like, this kid was really bad, so I was able to kill him. Nice little point. So going into endgame with about 4 kills, I always look for like lurking type plays, like free kills like this. Just a free box. That kid had no idea I was there. Pump shot, box him up, and I'm starting the fight with, like, 100 damage lead. I also love to play height first game. You should be looking to play height first game like as much as you can. And here it plays all the way back up a mountain. And instead of using the remaining builds that I have, because I have 3 launch pads, I'm just going to sit here and hold kids, try to get a kill, and also just pad as much as I can so I don't waste any builds. I see that it keeps playing up, so I'm going to pad and go right into another pad here and be able to take height. Unfortunately, I can't land all the way up, but I'm going to build. And I was a little bit unaware. I should have been kind of just cranking just to establish my height. This kid starts BGing me. Notice how I'm kind of like, I'm letting him cone me a little bit, but it's mostly to save mats, and also I'm like trusting my aim. So like I'm down to aim duel this guy if we want a shotgun aim duel. And now because I've built so much, I'm gonna go for a refresh on him. From this point on, it's pretty much just like riding old builds. I'm gonna chase that guy that I hit low for a refresh, but I'm pretty much gonna try to save as much mats as I can. I only have 300 builds, and these 300 builds last me pretty much the entire game somehow. I'm trying to stop this guy from healing. I still want his refresh, but I'm not like tunnel visioning too hard on it. Going into endgame with the chug jug cannon is also really good, and the amount of pads I had, like, you should be that stacked in your first game. In other games, it's like, you can't control it as much, but first game you should have enough loot to where you can be like, all right, I can win this game with my loot. So 3 pads and a chug jug cannon, blue weapons, really good. The zone plays back up the mountain here, so I know I'm gonna hit the pad. I'm going to get some damage on that guy going for height before I do it. I'm gonna land on old builds again. So I've probably hit what like 4 pads in this end game already, and that's kind of what happens when like zone plays up hills like this. And for some reason I feel like zones are always playing on the south side of the map. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I always get zones here. This guy goes up for height, and the kid that I hit low in the beginning ends up taking my kill, which sucks because I had pretty much run out of mats here. He hits a good shot. I have 1 build left. I'm gonna pop all the heals I can, place my last build as well, and he drops down and completely chokes his game. Honestly, I was 11 HP and he couldn't kill me, so I was super hype after getting that kill. I don't have the volume for this cash cup, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We gotta make do with what we can, From here on out, it's pretty much just a simple win. I'm going to use this time to talk about some other things, like DreamHack duos I played, and we made semis and did pretty poorly in semis. I thought I played really well, honestly. My teammate didn't have his best day, to be fair, but I'm definitely seeing a lot of improvements in my game, which is the most important thing. Like, I see myself improving on the things that I want to work on. and I'm feeling just really confident, especially like off spawn, which has always been one of my weaknesses. So that's something that happened this week. So even though we did poorly in DreamHack duos, I still found some things that I did really well, and I'm improving. And seeing improvement is honestly the most important thing you could do, because if you're just playing things and you're not seeing any improvement, then why are you playing? Another thing that happened is we got like 30th in the Trio Cash Cup. I might make a video on that one. We didn't get into our last game, so we definitely could have made money in that. Unfortunate, but it was still overall a pretty good Cash Cup. So 10 kill win, 40 points off the start, really good. I get this kill off spawn on BBG Calc. Momentum was there. I was ready to have a good end game. Going into it, I've got good loot, 12 minis, so much ammo. Got sniped on the rotate. It's all good, bro. Don't worry. Oh, I just get ran over by a car. Okay. Well, GG. That's kind of like one of those things in Cash Cups where you just can't lose your mind over it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Should I have just stayed in my box at edge zone? I wouldn't have gotten sniped. I wouldn't have got ran over. Like, maybe I could have stayed in my box, but like, how am I supposed to know? Like, how am I supposed to know I'm going to get sniped and ran over by a car? So I don't tilt yet. I'm still playing endgame. I'm fragging still. Like, I have 2 kills going into these endgames. I have really good loot now. This kid gives me 4 floppers. I'm able to find a quick refresh on this guy. I pump him and crack his shield, so I know he's low. And I have an alien on my head, so I'm not scared to jump in with the gold scar and the blue pump. So jump in is what I do. Kill him, get another nice refresh here. Cap my mats out pretty much. And now I have 2 pads, 4 floppers, alien, gold scar, blue pump. I'm ready to win this game. Last game, okay, yeah, there's a kid sitting in his cone, apparently. So that is one thing that you'll see again in this video, is that people sit in cones and they just hop in with 0 tags at all. I learned that the hard way, and I should have known that because it's happened to me before, but this last Cash Cup really reminded me that that is a thing. So going into tomorrow, or today I guess, that's something that I'm going to be looking out for, and I'm going to play super, super careful around like cones that aren't mine, or cones that I know people are boxed under or in. So that's definitely one thing to look out for. So that's 2 games that I've been super, super stacked going into half zone and died right before half. My mental is like struggling. It is hanging on by a thread. And my lobby is not that stacked. Like, it's not like I'm playing a 50 moving right now, but 30, 40 moving is still not the easiest game to win in solos. Especially when you're at like a decent point level. So right here, I'm just abusing the alien for movement speed and like jumping and whatnot. And this was like the only other moving zone endgame I played all tournament. I don't think I found a single refresh here, which is pretty much what kills me. I burnt through a lot of mats just by like jumping around and moving really fast. Also, I'm probably not going to take the pulse rifle ever again, because if I had a normal AR right here, then I would have chopped out height completely and probably taken it. But the pulse rifle just couldn't do that for me. Like right there, height would have been chopped. And then zone plays back and I look to do it and I realize that someone has connected it already. So I think in hindsight, I also should have dropped on one of those players. Chances are they're low on builds and I'm low on builds. But instead I like stay on this second height, like weird layer, and I can't do anything with this pulse cannon. Like I like couldn't chop anyone. It like, I don't know, it just felt like uncomfortable. So I'm definitely not going to take this gun again. I think it's good for like trios, for storm surge tags and shit like that. But for solos, I don't really think it's good. Like, it's just out of ammo now. and I didn't even chop him, and it's out of ammo. I just don't think the gun's too good. Because I had an alien on, I'm also really low on whites, and I didn't realize that. And I'm also running low on mats. I'm just gonna get in this guy's box, but I completely whiffed my pump shot here, and I play 7th, which is just not good, especially for the elo that I was at. So even though I only have 4 games played, I'm like halfway in the cash cup. I get focused going into half right there, and now it's time to key. I have 4 kills going into endgame here. I'm full keying. I'm stacked. I'm gonna win this game. Full box this guy. He's got an alien, but it's okay. He's full boxed. 54 cracked, 33 white, 33 white. Hit his alien. I'm like, nah, bro, fuck this. Like, I'm gonna kill this kid. I spray and I aim for the body and I kill him, and there is a kid in the cone next to me. Yeah. So now, I mean, my mental is gone. I'm just full keying. So, I mean, realistically, like, the thing to take out of this video is that, I mean, you just can't die in half zone. I played 3 games where I spent 20 minutes to get like 1 or 2 points, because I died 2 of them to a kid in a cone, and 1 of them sniped and ran over to a car. Because my playstyle is to play a lot of placement and not W key and have like high kills, if I'm spending that much time in game to get no points, my tournament is just kind of over. And just to put the icing on the cake right here, I whiff a pump shot, and this kid kills me with 1 health. So that is the summary of my last Cash Cup. It did not go too well, but I'm going to be streaming the Cash Cup tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited for it. I think I'm going to do really well. I have a new strategy that I'm not going to leak yet, and you'll have to see it on stream. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'm going to be making another video on the Trio Cash Cup. So I hope to see you guys there. Peace out.
It's 2v3, I think. No, bro! He was so weak.